To Unit 2, Lesson 4, where we will be focusing on Hinduism. Hinduism, as you guys already know, originated in India. It evolved over a long point in time. The ideas originally came from the Aryans. We believe that, from what we know, it evolved from 750 to 550 BC, and there's no one founder, but rather it's a collection of beliefs that developed over time. So again, there's no one founder to Hinduism, but rather it's a collection of beliefs that developed over a period of time. Now, I know this is a lot of writing on one slide, but I wanted to try to encapsulate all the basic beliefs of Hinduism, and unfortunately I could not, because there are it's a little bit complicated, especially for the West, who may not generally be as familiar with Eastern religions. But nonetheless, these are the basic concepts of Hinduism. It is both monotheistic and polytheistic. All of the gods are different aspects of one God. Hinduism functions and is an important part of it is karma, and we use this terminology in our society often, but I don't think we truly know where it came from or what it means. But it's the knowledge that all thoughts and actions result in future enlightenment. The better the karma, the higher you are on the caste system. And we discussed the caste system earlier. Now, there's dharma. That's the duty or responsibility. You must act in accordance with your dharma, karma, and dharma. Hinduism also has the concept of reincarnation. Reincarnation. You guys may have heard of this, but it's a person's karma can help determine. A person's karma is measured at the end of their life, and it helps determine how they will be reborn. And that's a process of rebirth. Moksha is oneness with Brahman, and that's something to aspire to within Hinduism. Here's some more basic beliefs on Hinduism. People can reach their true enlightenment and happiness only after they free themselves from earthly desires. It may take many, many lifetimes. People are reborn, and their karma affects if they move up in the caste system. Now, this is really important for you guys to grasp, but they want to reach true enlightenment and happiness only after they free themselves from earthly desires. But, and it's going to differ itself from Buddhism, but because of reincarnation, it's going to take many, many lifetimes to kind of move up through the cycle, through the wheel, in order to do that. So, but I don't want to get into Buddhism yet. Let's stay here on Hinduism. People are reborn, and their karma affects if they move up or if they move down in the caste system. Here's the Vedas, which is the sacred text of Hinduism. It is 3,500 years old, older than any other sacred text of any of the other religions, even the Hebrew Bible. It encapsulates 3 types of writing: hymns, texts dealing with rituals, philosophical and mystical texts dealing with the quest to realize the ultimate reality. So those are the 3 types right there. 3 types of text within the Vedas. Now, Hinduism. It says here gods polytheistic, but these are the polytheistic characteristics. Remember, Hinduism is both. Now, I'll try to explain it as the best I can. But in Hinduism, there are many gods. But they're all really different aspects of the all-encompassing Brahman. Brahman is kind of the one God, and they Brahman is displayed or shown through other gods. Hindus are free to choose the deity they worship or to choose none at all. Upanishads. This is the second most important text of Hinduism. It's the last part of the Vedas. It's written by and for the people who renounce active social life and who are devoted to spiritual practices and mystical thoughts. So the Vedas is kind of like the primary document, and this is a secondary document. It's kind of, the Upanishads wouldn't exist without the Vedas. So the Vedas is certainly the first and foremost sacred text of Hinduism, but the Upanishads are second. I want to talk more about the various types of Hindu gods. We discussed already that Brahman is all of reality. Brahman is kind of the one, and then the other ones kind of strive to be or to symbolize that God. So it includes the heavens, the earth, the rocks, all living things. The Hindu gods are all part of Brahman. All part of Brahman. I think that's a better way of saying it. I like that. This means all of the different gods are the same. Shiva. Shiva is one of those many gods. The destroyer allows the universe to be reborn. And here's a picture that I found on Shiva. Vishnu, the preserver, keeps the world in balance. Most important god, and this particular sect of Indian people, group, that's what that word means. It's the preserver of the universe. So we noticed Shiva is the destroyer, Vishnu is the preserver. Divine color and water-filled clouds, 4 arms holding a lotus and a wheel. Look at this. A conch shell, a wheel, a lotus flower, and a mace, 4 arms. Vishnu. Here's some other gods and a summary of the scriptures. So, Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, the god of beginnings and prosperity. And it kind of looks like an elephant. So you may have seen at the beginning of this lesson, I had a picture that looked similar to this. But again, the Hinduism holy scriptures, the Vedas, Upanishads, and then there is a third text right here that's important to know. Focusing more on Brahman. I know we're spiraling. We're coming back to Brahman. The Hindu conception that Brahman is the entire universe and everything. Brahman is not the equivalent to God. Instead, Brahman is all of existence. Brahman is the major deity. And here's a picture of Brahman. Karma, again, are the thoughts and actions that they will result in a future consequence. This effect may show up immediately or not until another lifetime. India is divided into castes, intellectuals, leadership. These castes are determined by occupation. Many people don't have any special calling, so in the caste system they're lower. They're the basic workers and followers in society. And remember, within the caste system, who is not in it? The untouchables. The untouchables. The Brahmin, the priest, warriors, merchants, serfs, and as I mentioned, the untouchables. Dharma, the right thing to do. Dharma plays into karma. Each varna has its own duties. It's important for everyone to fulfill their duties. That's what the Dharma is all about, their Dharma. If you complete your Dharma, your karma will increase. Let me say that one again, because I think that's really important, because some of these terms are, we're not used to it. If you complete your Dharma, your karma will increase, be better. If your karma increases, in the next life you will be rewarded by moving up in Varna. Wow, that's a lot of similar sounding words. Hinduism also focuses on reincarnation, and we discussed that as well. you can see that here's a picture of the heavens, and this baby is being born, and as it ages, look at this, he grows to an old man, and as he enters back into the heavens, the baby is reborn. So that's the idea of reincarnation. Now, I'm going to show you a video later in class, but sacred animals within Hinduism, right now we're focusing on the cow. The cow is a sacred animal, and that's why Hindus don't eat beef. And then the Ganges River is very important. We discussed this river earlier, but this is a place where people come to cleanse and purify for religious ceremonies. Now, that was just a short synopsis of Hinduism. I hope that you were able to learn a thing or two. And again, thank you guys so much for this part of the lesson. This is the end. If you have any questions or comments, please come see me.